my bitch, I ain't even gonna bed. All I do is hit, I don't even care if I said that BB on my shit. Yeah, the love her so bad, but I ain't cuffing bitch. I want Molly, I want Gaba, I want Rossi.
All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Swifty 150 here in the Northside Cup Series here in Relentless Racing. Tonight we have, I think it was 150 laps here at Kansas. Going to have staged at lap 40 and 80. My name is Jacob. Tonight I am joined by Richard Hurst.
What's up? What's up? Well, yeah, like you said, 150 laps here at this 1.5 mile track. It's going to be definitely interesting. They got 5 sets of tires, including the set on the car. So tonight, you know, we're going to see a lot of action on the track, especially coming out of turn number 2. These cars are going to definitely get unsettled, especially getting tight coming off of 2. Going to get aero tight. It should be a pretty good race.
Yeah, I mean, stage at lap 40 and 80. I'm not sure what the fuel run is, so I'll have to find that out here later on. Hopefully Gib will pop in chat and I can ask him. But I think they can make it to the end because an Xfinity 65% fuel tank, that was about 33-ish laps. So we were able to work around that, but I'm not sure what the 70% is going to be.
And as of right now, you know, we have Jonathan Nance. He is going to be right there on the pole if nobody else grabs it from him. We got 25 drivers that have qualified in. Right now, he's sitting at a 30.771. Pretty fast lap.
Yeah, so right now it looks like Jonathan Nance still hold on to that. Alan Dobbs in second and Bill Moore in third.
Seen a lot of nice paint schemes out there, especially that number 6 Army car driven by Tony Frey.
I would pan to Tony, but he's not on track. So right now, Kenneth Flanagan in his Mirage SRR Mission 22 machine.
Let me take a look. Definitely a nice looking car. Nice looking paint schemes coming off the Veterans Day holiday. A lot of these guys did do charity races on Veterans Day, so you'll definitely see a lot of those paint schemes out there on the track.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think the couple that I know of is Tony had run one, and Isaac had run one. So we'll check theirs out here later on.
Well, so far in the top 10, Chevy and Toyota are showing their speed. You only have one Ford, and that's driven by Alan Coons.
Yeah, so you've got top 3 is all Chevys, 4 and 5 are Toyotas, and then 6, 7, and are Chevys, and yeah, Coons is the only Ford. Wow. Okay.
And qualifying is over.
All right, as we wind up qualifying here, go ahead and go over our grid. On the pole will be Jonathan Nance, collecting a +1 bonus point. Starting on his outside will be Alan Dobbs. Row 2 will be Bill Moore and Zach Bucher. Row 3, Davey Hendricks and Ethan Flanagan. Row 4 will be Jeff Mendel and Alan Coons. Row 5, Tony Frey and Brandon Park. Row 6, Dakota Orndorff and Connor Donnell. Row 7... Row 7 will be Sam Sundstrom and Sean Pointer. Row 8, Josh Van Gore and Matt Forns. Row 9 will be Tim Harmon and Angel Hernandez. Row 10 will be Matthew Richmond and Angel Kolb Sr. Or, not Angel Kolb Sr. Just Angel Kolb. I don't know why it says Sr. But, and then, what am I on? 11 will be Mike Simone and Kevin Jordan. Row 12, Matt Webb and Justin Barkley. Let's see what we got on row 13. Row 13 will be Joey Maines and Michael Buckley. Row 14, Jordan Miles and John Fassbender. Row 15, Isaac Wilson and Jared McCauley. Row 16, Ed Morris Jr. and Morris Sr. And then row 17 will be Chase Harden and Michael Gerby.
So comparing tonight's race to last week's race, you know, we saw quite a few cautions come out of last week's race. Tonight, probably not going to see as many cautions. Kansas is known for its green flag racing. So I'm going to suspect I'm going to throw out there 5 cautions, not including 5? The stage.
Yeah, Tony Frey right there with his U.S. Army machine. Yeah, I think it's ACU on the side. He may murder me that later. One on top is Multicam, and the one on the right, I think that's Woodland. And then the other one was... Where's Isaac? Isaac Wilson, 22. Has the names of... I don't know if I can get a good view of that. Purchase.
All right, they're coming off pit row, full field here tonight. I love the big fields. Definitely a lot of action will be out there on the track. Let's catch up with Jonathan Nance.
All right, we're going to go for Jonathan Nance. He is in I think it's a Briggs & Stratton, is that what that company is called there on the side?
That it is. One of the big companies down there in Auburn, Alabama, where I'm from.
Yeah, and I know Isaac. I just trying to show him I can't really get a good angle from the top down, so I was trying to make one that didn't really work out that well, but I did show them. Well, as we get ready, the pace car will pull off, and Jonathan Nance will have control here. It's 5150. Green flag is out, and a little bit of a slow start there as these cars. I don't know, they didn't really spin the tires. I guess it was maybe just a slow start from all parties. Rolling into turn 1 side by side. Alan Dobbs is going to make a quick move here on the 8 car, but the low line in the corner is just dominant. The high line out of the corners is definitely more dominant than low. I think that's the, the 00 there back a couple rows. Decide to go up. Oh, as the 8 gets loose. 14 into the wall on the high side.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see these cars get a little. You see, Dobbs is on as he lead over from Nance. You got Bill Moore. He has got a side-by-side battle with the 35, and that's going to be Flanagan. Flanagan trying to get that run early off the bottom of the racetrack, but he's not going to be able to get there at this time, and he's going to have the 14 Bucher to deal with, and 14 is going to be able to sail right on by, getting a little bit of draft from the 84. But that 35 still coming right back, trying to make a slide job in front of the 14, and he hits the wall just a little bit coming to the line.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an aggressive slide job there, as you saw somebody in there in the start finish line in the backpack hit the wall. And right now, I think that's is that Davey? Who's that behind him? That's Coons in that car. What is that?
That's the 60.
Oh, it's Taylor Swift car.
Taylor Swift.
Yep. Another one that I know is on the Taylor Swift car will be the 57 of Justin Barkley.
Just trying to shake it off.
Literally, it's so chrome that iRacing is having problems rendering it.
I gotta go take a look at his car now.
Yeah, it's so chrome that it's just, oh boy. Davey Hendricks rocking a Nike throwback, not Nike throwback, but a Nike shoe theme here as he falls back in line. Well, Nance under fire now from Ethan Flanagan on his low side heading into turn number 1.
Yeah, Nance has fallen back. He had a very fast car in qualifying here right now. Now this could be one of those times where you're trying to save those tires. They're going to eat up the right front, trying to get that corner off of turn number 2. So he could be back here just saving a little bit of tire, waiting for that moment, because in the long run is where you need the most speed. He's going to catch a draft from the 84, Bill Moore, coming across the start-finish line right about now. And they got a nice little highline draft going on as they go into turn number 1.
I mean, yeah, pretty much besides the 35 and the 84 side by side, this field is kind of a little bit of a. No, I was gonna say, single file, the 9 of Connor Donnell. What car is he in? Oh, he's in a Veterans Day scheme. Okay. He knows it's a little off center. But it's the thought that counts right now. Is he's trying to get low on the 47 of Angel Hernandez. Angel Hernandez almost sent it 3 wide out of turn number 2 on the 20, but decided not to. Backs out a little bit.
Speaking of Angel Hernandez, he ran a great race last week. He had a very fast car. Tonight, he seems to be back here in the top 15. But as somebody gets into the wall right there in front of him, and that is going to be, I believe, Pointer. Yeah, that was Pointer. They got into the wall, but he finds himself, up quite a few positions. He's up 6 positions. He's going to be the biggest mover of the race so far as they come out of turn number 2, headed down that backstretch. You got the 9 on the inside, and that is going to be Darnell. He had a very fast car, found himself up in the top 3, with some pit strategies last week. Let's see how he turns out this week as they come out of turn number 4, headed for the start-finish line for lap number 9.
Yeah, there you saw the 60 car right into turn number 1. Had a little bit of an issue. Oh, the 00 must have hit the apron. Got kind of slow there coming out of turn number 2. This 14 of Zach Bucher had to check up. That gives room for the 60 of Alan Coomans to try and make a pass on the inside. Head down the backstretch into turn number 3.
Yeah, Coons being right there behind the 00, he's backing off just a little bit. These cars are starting to get aero tight. We've seen cars up there on the high line really brush the wall coming out of turn number 2 and brush the wall coming out of turn number 4. But we got a challenge for the lead as that number 35 of Flanagan, he is looking to take the lead coming out of turn number 2. And there he is on the inside coming down the backstretch. He looks like he got a little bit loose. They almost made contact on the backstretch headed into turn number 3.
If I'm not wrong, they did. Go back here and have a gander. No, they got real close, though. Yes, Dobbs is leading again. Had a little bit of a contest from the 35 people. Flanagan looking strong there, but I don't know. Sending it that hard and on lap number 11. Is that a good strategy call, Robert? Or Richard? Sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait a minute, who are we talking about? Who are we talking
I call Joe Robert sometimes.
I don't know if it's a good call or not. I mean, everybody has their driving styles. I mean, me personally, you know, I'll make that bottom line as much as I can, but I'm going to cruise to the top of the track. And, you know, that's what Dobbs is doing, and, you know, it's paying off for him, especially coming off these backs, coming down the backstretch. You can see he keeps that run. He's not allowing the slide job, and Nance is actually starting to come back into the picture as he fell back from the pole all the way back to fourth at one point. Now he's sitting in third with the 0-0 of Davey Hendricks trying to take that position away.
But yeah, Sean Pointer not happy with where he's sitting because he's trying to hit the apron on the start-finish. I don't know how the tire model is, so I don't know if that negates or takes away from your tire wear or the heat. But I've seen that if you upset the car any way or anyhow, comes back onto the track in the Xfinity car, it'll throw it sideways.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you don't want to do. And, you know, I'm sitting here watching right now. He's back here now up into the top 10. We first saw him in 11th. So that 47's car is starting to make his move towards the front. Right? And he is behind Kuhns in that number 60 Taylor Swift ride. And he is trying to make some moves here early on in the race. Now, we said, lap number 40, we'll see that stage break. A couple cars getting a little bit squirrely going into the turns and coming out of the turns, but so far so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through some drivers. Oh, Jeff Medlin dropped back a spot or two. He must have gotten tight coming out of the corner. But let's go ahead and do some gandering through some paint schemes. What you say?
Let's do it.
I think I'm going to start off with the 12 of Mike Simone there. And that, I can't read that. Double J construction machine, the flames in the front. Not a bad looking scheme from him.
Definitely good custom scheme there.
And then we're going to go ahead and do the 22 of Isaac Wilson. Man, I like the way he blended the American flag into the camo pattern. I think there's two there, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
You got any paint schemes you would like to watch?
So let's take a look at Matthew Richmond. He is running that number 93 POW.
Yeah, the POW MIA. A good organization, I will say that. I've seen some stuff they do, and it's great work. I mean, that Salvation Army, some other charities and such. But Mission 22 that Flanagan is running, up there on his hood, and then the one that Isaac runs is his number. He told me about it, but I completely forgot about it. I have to read up on it later. As Flanagan is actually battling for the lead from Alan Dobbs.
Yeah, he's now going to the inside in turn number 3. It looks like Dobbs is trying to still make that high line work, and he's not going to be able to clear Dobbs as Dobbs is coming towards the start-finish line. Trying to make that inside line work. The outside line will work for quite a while, but as the race goes on and these tires start to wear out, we're going to see a lot of these drivers actually shoot down to the bottom of the track, trying to keep their cars out of the wall as they slide up towards the wall, coming out of turn number 2.
Skull Bandit. Oh. They do have some cool schemes, Conley. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw there in that previous lap, not this one, just got from watching with the previous one coming around to start finish. Jonathan Nance actually might have gotten tight. And either that or he just got really, really tight and shot down the track to try and pass him, or what? I don't know.
Well, looks like that number 39 machine is trying to make his way up. He's going to be down 6 positions from where he started this race. And right now he is in the top 15. He's trying to get around the 83. And that's going to be Vandoor. A little bit slow in that middle lane. Got a little bit of help behind him. I think that's the 88 of Andrew Kolb. Didn't want to push for that one.
It's all good.
But yeah, that high line, that draft line is still dominant on that top lane. You see the 39, he's still trying to make it work though, and a lot of other cars are joining him down there. You got Joey Maines, he's going to be on that inside, and it looks like that's going to be, I think it's the 94 also going to be on the inside. So we got a little bit of a battle right there with about 7 or 8 cars, and almost 3 wide with a 73, 42, and 94.
Yeah, 42 of a Dakota Orndorff is trying to get back positions that he lost here. He's -5 right now. Started, or not, -6. Started in 11th, and then now is sitting 17th.
48 of Joey Maines. Right now he is going to be tied for second of the biggest movers. Now he's going to be tied for first. You got McCauley back here in the 94. He is going to be the biggest mover. He's got 12. He's up 12 positions. So we'll have to keep a eye on that 94 Ford Mustang as he works his way through the field. Right now he's sitting in 17th and trying to get around the 73 of Tim Harmon, as they're trying to still make that bottom line work coming out of turn number 4, and he's going to nose himself up into 17th for McCauley.
Back out in front, Alan Dobbs starting to drive away, sitting 4 tenths ahead of your second place driver, Ethan Flanagan. Ethan Flanagan and Jonathan Nance both having good nights as in their records, I'd say. Davey Hendricks lurking in 4, trying to get another back-to-back win this season. Was it? Well, no, who won at? No, he won at Pocono.
Wasn't here for Pocono.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think. So I know Davey won at Pocono. And oh, he also won at Rockingham, so he's looking for 3 in a row. And Davey Hendricks looking for 3 in a row right now. That 00 Nike machine. Right now, Dobbs still sitting 5 tenths, half a second in front of the 35. As the 8 and the 00 are going to try and get a run on the 35. 35 takes that draft and uses it to his own. Now about 4.5 tenths up ahead, or behind Dobbs. Gained basically a tenth this past half a lap.
You know, Dobbs holding the fastest time on the track as of right now, and Flanagan is a little bit slower, not by much, only about 3/100ths of a second. But they still cannot catch him, even though they have a 2-car draft. Now second and third were actually faster than the leader, and they are starting to make some ground as they get closer and closer to nose to tail. 35 and 8 might be able to run down the leader as 8 almost gets under the wall coming out of turn number 2. But we still have a side-by-side battle, and that is going to be Jeff Medlin. He's back up to 7th, right there with the 17 of Brandon Park behind him, and looks like Bill Moore on the outside.
Yep, Jeff Medlin now sitting in 6th and now will be 7th as the 84 is able to pass by him coming on that run off of the corner. Looks like Medlin may try to do a slide job, but may not have the room as he will scoot up in front. Yes, he will have the room. So Jeff Medlin sitting 6th. We have 12 to go on stage. Do you try and flip stage? Or what? Yeah. Give me 1 second and I will go ask that. Actually, I'll text Gib. Alright. right, as Medlin got a little bit of another slide job there on the 84. Starting to get in front of the 84, try and hold off his runs. Owen Coon sitting 5th, and Sean Pointer on the low side between the 84 and the low side.
Yeah, Pointer is definitely following in the tire tracks of the 39 of Medlin. He's seeing what's working in front of him, and he's trying the same as he is going to tuck in behind the 60. Or excuse me, that was 84. Now he's going to try that bottom line again. The top line is not giving up just yet. He's not going to be able to pull the slide job as far as Jeff Medlin goes, because he has the 60 on the outside, and the 60 is going to be right on the back bumper of that 00 of Hendricks. And here he goes. He's going to dive it down. Does he have the momentum? No. He's going to come out side by side as they come out of turn number 4. Headed for the Geico restart zone. Headed for the start-finish line. Not going to be able to get there. He's going to tuck right back in the line. Now, speaking of running away, still about 0.5 of a second up ahead of Flanagan is going to be still Alan Dobbs. He's led quite a few laps so far this race. Does anybody have anything for that number 27 machine, as still 3 Chevrolets in the top 3?
So I got confirmation from our race control extraordinaire, Mr. Michael Giberson, that the fuel run is about 42 to 43 laps. They can definitely make stage 1 and 2, but we'll have to at least one stop, stage number 3. Right now, if you pit, so whenever stage 2 comes around, it'll be lap 80. So that's that's literally about, pit about lap 130-ish, and you'll be fine, like lap 125, 130.
Yep, and here comes Jeff Medlin battling for that 4th position, and he will take it. Hopefully by turn number 1, he's got enough gap, but he cannot get up to that top lane to get behind the 8. And here they come into turn number 1. Is he going to have the momentum coming off of turn number 2, or is the 00 going to be able to close the gap? And he does. So Jeff Medlin is still battling for that 4th position with Davey Hendricks.
Yeah, I mean, he sends it low on the low, or sends it hard on the low side. Going to try and do a little bit of a slider on the 00. Doesn't, wait a little bit too long there. But still, it's a little bit too aggressive, or a little bit early to be aggressive in this race. We're 34 laps into 150.
But Medlin is actually a little bit faster than these guys. He's running about 1/10 of a second faster than everybody else besides the leader. The leader doesn't have any battles going on the track now. Flanagan, he's going to be the 2nd car in the top 5. That's the fastest. He's about 2/100ths of a second off. But Dobbs is going to go ahead and take that faster pace once again this lap.
Yeah, I feel like he's ripping the high line in 1 and 2, and then sending it on the low side. I think that's what Dobbs is doing. No, he's just ripping the high line. He's not going low at all.
And here comes the 39. He's going to ride that low line coming out of turn number 4. Headed for the start-finish line. They're going to be side by side. And it looks like the 8 of Nance is going to have it. Coming into turn number 1, he's going to try that low line once again. Is he going to have the momentum? Is he going to be able to park his car in front of that number 8 machine? Don't believe he's going to be able to get there. Trying to get it back up, almost touching, coming out of turn number 2. And they're battling it like it is the last lap, trying to get every point they can at the end of the stage, as we only have about 4 to go. Once they come across the line, it'll be 3 till we see the stage break, and he was able to make the pass.
I think he got to the wall at turn number 4. I saw his car bounce a little bit. I don't know if that was oversteer or that was he bounced off the wall.
Well, whatever it was, it looks like Hendricks.
39 just bounced off the wall out of turn 2. But yeah, Davey is sitting 4th.
Nance going the wrong way.
He's now sitting in 6th, right outside the top 5.
Well, I said, watch that number 94, McCulley. He is now up 16 positions, still in a hornet's nest. right there in the top 15. He's trying to get around the 14 of Bucher and Hernandez. He's going to be up 6 positions. You know, his car's pretty fast, but that 94 is rocking and rolling as they are almost 3 wide coming out of turn number 4, headed for the start. Yeah, this is going to be the last lap for the stage. No.
Second to last lap before the stage, because they go once 10th placed hits the lap 40.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Alan Dobbs running turn number 3 will more than likely win stage 1. This is, I think, the 39 on the 00 of Aldet. Who will get the last spot? Sean Pointer will get 10th.
Caution, yellow flag.
Stage 1 complete. Caution flag waves.
Well, all green flag laps, so I may have been off, but the final stage does show show a lot.
Yeah, stage 1 complete. They're gonna pit here for tires, and while we let them do the pit stops, we're gonna do a quick ad break and be right back here on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. All right, we are back here in the Swiffy 150 here at Kansas in the North-South Cup Series. Stage 1 complete. Alan Dobbs won the battle of pit lane. And Ethan Flanagan will sit second. Davey Hendricks actually beat Jonathan Nance off for third. That sounds kind of bad. Beat him off pit lane. Won the race off pit lane. There we go. Oh boy, I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Jonathan Nance sitting 4th, and Alan Coons actually sitting 5th.
Brandon Park going to be sitting in 6th on this restart. Jeff Medlin falls back to 7th after probably having to fix a little bit of damage after bouncing off the wall. Orendorf going to be restarting in 8th. Bill Moore is going to be restarting in 9th. Armin in that number 73 machine, he is going to be restarting in 10th.
Don't sleep on Angel Hernandez now. Our season 4 series champion, sitting in 11th, watching and waiting.
I think he's buying his time, trying to feel out the track, trying to figure out what the car is going to do. But I wouldn't count out, like I said, I will not count out that Menards Ford Mustang out there driven by Jared McCauley. Up 18 positions, he's in a pretty good spot. You know, that takes a lot of work to make up that many positions in in 40 laps, and now he's going to be restarting in the top 12. So he's going to have if he can get a good restart, he can start making some moves. You know, definitely make some moves on that high line. And the Fords are actually starting to wake up because now we have a couple in the top 15.
So Justin Barkley is actually out of the race. What happened to him? Did he? Yeah, he mainly disconnected.
Oh, the 13, Taylor Swift.
Yep, 13 Montezeri is basically running a gold version of the car that Barkley. Oh, 13 has damage.
Yeah, he has a lot of right front damage.
And front end.
So
what happened to him? Gonna check and see if I can figure out what happened to him. I'm gonna go back through his lap counter. Must have been something like way early on. Yeah, it was like way early on. Like did he start the race with damage? Oh, he did. On the formation lap. Oh.
Oh, that's gotta be brutal. Starting the race with damage.
Oh yeah, he just didn't check up and hit Senior in the back, and it caused him to get front end damage. Pace car's gonna pull off up front, and we will go green flag racing here once again at Kansas.
Green, green, green.
Alan Dobbs, good launch on the low side. Ethan Flanagan, the slow start on the outside.
Yeah, Davey Hendricks was definitely awake for the start as he was going to take over the second, but here comes Flanagan down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now Hendricks is going to ride the middle of the racetrack, not allowing the 35 to slide up the track as we've been seeing him do, and now he is going to fall back quite a few positions all the way back to 5th, and he's going to have that Taylor Swift machine driven by Coons right there almost to his outside. Going to get the run coming off of turn number 4. Oh, he's going to pull the slide job in front of the 60. That move, because I'm pretty sure he had to check up. He had a lot of momentum, and you can see the 35 driving right back down to the bottom of the racetrack coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2. He's going to pull that same move, but here comes the 60 to the inside. No, he's going to give him a little bit of bump draft.
Voice of displeasure from the 60 of Alan Coons.
Ooh, 42 is going to be in the wall.
42 into the wall. Where is he? Dakota Orndorff. Nope.
But he rode the wall for a little bit and slowed him down.
No, he didn't have a lot of damage at all. I'm not seeing much, if anything, on the 42 Columbia car. Maybe just some more paint. As he gets into he's bumping the 47 a little bit down the backstretch.
Garrett McCauley going to be back here behind the 42, trying to overtake that position as he's coming out of the turn on the bottom lane. 42 getting a little bit out of shape. His way up the top 10, up 20 positions from where he started, and he is going to pass it with ease. Now he is working on the 73. That's going to be Tim Harmon. Going to be up 8 positions, riding around in 9th. Here comes the 94, down to the bottom of the track. Not going to be able to get there this time. The high line is too dominant here on these fresh tires.
Yeah, I mean, 94 sitting low and 73 up high. Out of the corners is definitely the high line strong suit, but into the corners is definitely the low line strong suit. They're pretty much even here in the front stretch as Harmon might be able to clear the 94. Yes, he will. Almost comes up the 42 to check up a little bit there. But
yeah, now something we haven't really done is go back to the back of the pack, and there is a huge battle going on with about 10 cars, maybe more. You got the 88 leading this little pack, and that is going to be, where's that Miles? Miles is looking to try to lead this pack. You got 5 in this Chase Harmon. Quite a few cars battling side by side, 3 wide, just before the start-finish line. And car going to be in the wall.
I think that might have been the 93 or 93 of Matthew Richmond. Oh, they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Oh, Sam Sundstrom, Isaac Wilson. As they both keep it rolling, Sam keeps it off the wall. Isaac does as well. Good recovery from both of these two. Maybe a little bit of displeasure from both these drivers. Let's go back and see what happened here with the far chase view. At a turn 2, Sam going up the track to flow. Oh, did he get doored?
Maybe just could have been a little bit. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact from what I see.
Yeah.
But what an amazing save, keeping it green. And they, one of the cars that was up there in the front now going to be down 17 positions is going to be the 39. He's back here with all this madness, trying to make up more positions. He's back here 24th. He was running up front.
What happened to him? I'm not seeing a lot of passing. It must have been in pit lane.
Same way with Pointer. He's going to be back here too, down 10 positions.
Huh. I wonder what happened.
But back out front, 0.2 of a second lead is going to be Mr. Alan Dobbs. Has led the most laps so far. Still a lot of racing left to go. You got Davey Hendricks right there, going to be in second, and Jonathan Nance in third. Position is going to be between Coons and Brandon Park. But that will settle down pretty quickly as here comes the 84 to the inside. That's going to be Bill Moore trying to make something happen, and the 35 of Ethan Flanagan trying to make something happen on that bottom line.
Ethan Flanagan on the inside of Bill Moore. Just behind him, the 42 Dakota Orndorff sending it low on the 47 of Angel Hernandez and Tim Harmon. Oh, Tatum Matt Foran's got a little bit squirrely out of turn number 4.
Yeah, a lot of side-by-side racing from the 35 on back. You have the 35 and the 84 side-by-side. You got the 47 right there behind them, and then it is 2x2 for about 3 rows back. And so the inside line is definitely starting to wake up, and here's the 35 diving it down to the diving it down to the bottom of the racetrack once again. He's going to take over the position from Bill Moore on that high side, but so dependent, and him stopping.
Yeah, I mean, we're at lap 56. We're a third of the way through this race, and we're besides stage, we've been going pretty good. So I think that for stages, second stage is lap 80. So we'll be seeing how they handle this in stage 3, because it's what, 70 laps.
Yep.
So yeah, there'll be at least pit points at about lap 120, I'd say. Right now we're watching Ethan Flanagan go side by side with the 60 of Alan Coons. These guys have been battling out the past couple of laps. Alan Dobbs and Davey Hendricks are starting to get close to one another up here in the front. Jonathan Nance still lurking around in P3.
Yeah, the first, second, and third has not changed. Hendricks, he is starting to creep up closer to that bumper. I mean, he was within 1/10 of a second, just cannot get a good corner entrance coming into turn number 1. There you see the 27 actually makes up a little bit of ground. Now he stretches his lead out to about 2/10. But with the help of Nance, they are able to close up that gap in turn number 3.
I mean, yeah, but Alan Dobbs and Davey Hendricks are teammates, so I'm not sure what the goal here is, to get each other stage points or what. So right now, the other 2 primetime drivers, Ed Morris back here in 15th, running a hard race on the inside of Zach Bucher and Max Simone. And then the other driver, Ed Morris Sr., minding his own race. He's just chilling on the Sunday drive.
Well, let's talk about that number 10 of Matt Forens. He's going to be up 3 positions. He's working that inside lane too. He's trying to make the pass on Simone. It's time coming across the start-finish line, but a lot of these drivers are committed to that inside lane. Oh, and it looks like the 42 got into the wall. 5 got a little bit squirrely. And that's going to be Chase Harden. They were 3 wide for just a minute, and it looks like the 14 bounced off the wall just a little bit, and the 88 thought he was going to go 3 wide around the 48, but decided not to.
I mean, yeah, watching Matt Forens and Mike Simone, these 2 are north-south teammates, and they're going to, I don't want to say truffle shuffle out of respect for a certain individual, but these two are dancing back here. As Matt Forens almost takes 3 wide on the 9 of Connor Darnell and the 12 of Mike Simone. Pulls out of it, not wanting to go into that debacle.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of 3 wide action, a lot of 2 wide action, but Darnell down 1 position from where he started. So what do you think? You think last stage, or till last stage, but what do you think is going to be the outcome of the last stage? Do you think they're trying to see what their car can handle, maybe save a little bit of tire, maybe save a little bit of fuel for the last stage? What do you think that's going through these drivers' mind? We're almost halfway through the race.
I mean, we're sitting here and we're, going through. Oh, I think Connor might have gotten to the wall, but I feel like it's going to be, okay, repeat stages 1 and 2 until the last fuel tank, and then you start cooking. So 30 to go, you start cooking. That's what my feeling is.
Absolutely, as we got quite a few groups. 95 is going to start this next little group back here. That's going to be Kevin Jordan. He is going to be in 23rd. Got 6 back here. Tony Frey, Isaac Wilson. He is battling with Jeff Medlin, which is now losing a lot more spots. He's down to 25th. Going to be down to 18 positions, along with the 3. Well, Jordan Mills, he's back here 27th. 8 of 80 positions as of yet, but he's got some battle of his own.
Yeah, really, I'm watching the 48 get into the wall into turn 2. Oh, the 5 gets sideways down the backstretch. Oh, Isaac gets caught. Oh, 20 of Sean Pointer involved in the infield. No caution. As he's gonna, yep, Sean Pointer will do a Yui. No caution.
I'm gonna go back and take a look and find out exactly what happened.
Yeah, rolling hard into turn 1.
I think they started with the 5. I think that was just a chain reaction from the 5.
Oh.
48 is going to be on the wall. Oh, the 5 actually got a little bit of help from the 88.
Yeah, the 5 went to check up and just accidentally clipped the rear of the 20. That is not foul play on the 5 at all. Just unfortunate for the 20 car. Go ahead and back and look at that one again. Who was behind them? 83 of Josh Van Gore. Let's go look at his onboard and see what he thought of it. What he saw of this. See the 48 in the wall, 5 checks up, bumps the 5. 20 into the outside wall, comes on, almost gets the 5 again, but they are able to keep it rolling. Right now, Alan Dobbs leading the race, sitting a 1/4 of a second ahead of Davey Hendricks with 13 to go left here in stage number 2.
So Mitch out there saying, can we see the 10 car at stage? Is that wood grain on the side? Oh, well, yes, that is actually wood grain.
Yep, Matt Forens is running a National Lampoon's Christmas scheme. Keep himself.
The station wagon.
Yep, the station wagon. And with Sparky on the door, and one of the best quotes ever on the back. Save the Nick for me, Clark. All right, back up here in the front. Alan Dobbs still sitting 2/10 ahead of his teammate, Davey Hendricks. Jonathan Nance about to get passed by the 17 of Brandon Park there on the low side.
Now, Brandon Park, you know, he has made it up 6 positions. He's working that inside very well. Not able to really overpower the draft from the 3 cars in on that top lane. But he's also going to have a little bit of battle coming up here very soon by Ethan Flanagan. He's starting to close that gap to the back bumper of the Devon.
Right now, Number 17 conceded a little bit there to the number 8 of Jonathan Nance, still sitting fourth. 10 to go in stage 2.
I wonder when Medlin's going to strike. He's made it back up to 22nd, actually. I don't know if he's trying to make it challenging and go back through the field. I'm not exactly sure what Medlin is thinking about in number 39.
Yeah, only drivers a lap down is Michael Garvey, Matt Webb, barking along the session now. Sean Pointer is a lap down. Go scroll through our field. The real first two-wide battle we have is between the 84 of Bill Moore and the 47 of Andy Hernandez, as Bill Moore is going to take a flyby move at a turn number 4, make a pass as the 47 of Angel Hernandez is going to go for the reversal.
Is he going to be able to get there? Not this time, but he's got enough room. If he can carry the momentum off of turn number 2, he can pull that slide job, and he does!
Will!
Not a happy camper for the 84. And he's going to pull it right back.
84 and the 47 definitely been going at it. Oh! Bounce off the wall as the 94 follow the 47 in it. Go ahead back to our field a little bit more. 2x2 would be Fassbender, Wilson, Ed Sr., and the 95 of Kevin Jordan. And lurking right behind them, I think that's Chase. Yeah, that is Chase, sitting back here in the 30th. So these two are 2x2, just trying to make ends meet for stage. Yeah, pretty much your top 10. Battle for top for 10th right now is going between Jared McCauley and Bill Moore. Jared McCauley gets the run out of turn 2 on the backstretch, but Bill Moore has the lane and the clean air on the low side.
94 got so close to that wall, and it looked like the 47 just dove it down to the apron, trying to keep the momentum, and he did, but that looks like the 84 not going to give up just yet. 94 still going to be on that high side as they come out of turn number 2. High side is definitely still going to be dominant, as the 47 is going to tuck right up under the back bumper of Alan Coons. And the 47 is going to be in the wall. It's going to slow him down just a little bit. No, not a hard hit,
but definitely enough.
Caution.
Caution is out. Isaac Wilson, Kevin Jordan. Matt Webb able to get through that unscathed. Yeah, that will be stage number 2. Isaac Wilson and Kevin Jordan. This is down the backstretch. Isaac getting a little bit of bouncy, but got a little bit of a pinch there from the 95. I don't know who to blame that on. And the 22 is trying to lock the brakes down to gather up his stuff, and got that, or just his front wheel turned around and went back upright, tapped the right rear or the left rear of the 95. I don't know who that was on. That's like really a racing incident, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that was more of a racing incident. I mean, being right at there, tucked to that wall, a slight movement of the steering wheel. I mean, you're going to get together, and it looks like he does come down off the wall just a little bit because he was so close to it. Yeah, it was just a matter of trying to keep his car off the wall. So I mean, I would call that a racing incident. It was nobody's fault. You don't know how close you are to somebody's back bumper to somebody's fender until you make contact.
All right, with that being stage number 2, we're going to go ahead and do a quick ad break and be right back in the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
My body she bad. Yeah, that not my bitch. I ain't even gonna bed. All I do is hit. I don't even care if I said that BB on my shit. Yeah, that love her so bad, but I ain't cuffing bitch. I want Molly, I want Gaba, I want Rossi.
All right, all right. Well, we are back, and Dobbs was able to hold everybody off on pit road. Hendricks is going to come out on second. Nance is going to be third, and Flanagan is going to be fourth. Brandon Parker is going to come out fifth for this restart. I know we are on the Mission 22 car. But our host had to step away for just a moment. And go figure, my mouse died. Oh, what happened? Well, whatever happened. Oh, you got to figure it out. All right, coming up to lap number 80. Stage break is over. This is the last stage. We've seen one caution for an incident, and that brought out the stage break early. So now it's a race for the finish. Now, do you save tires? Do you save gas and try to make it to the end? Or do you push it and go ahead and make the stop? I've seen a lot of strategies for these types of races here at Kansas, and sometimes it's easier to not stretch it. I'd love to change the camera, but oh, there we go. We hear, but no other sound. Well, I do not have control of this sound.
I'm having issues. I'm back. I'm sorry. Alright. I tried to swap the camera real fast, but yeah, I forgot to mute the audio. I apologize, everybody. Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did, actually. Taco Bell did hit. Oh, Ricky Bobby. Alright, Pace goes to pull off, and this restart is you.
Green, green, green.
All right, Geico restart zone, and there is the restart. Dobbs, Hendricks. And look at the start that Dobbs got. He has already broken out to about a second lead over Hendricks. Nance going to be right there in third. They are going to be almost side by side. Now they're going to get nose to tail coming out of turn number 2. It looks like Nance is going to look to that high line. He gets loose, and he's going to cause all kinds of chaos behind him with the 35 of Flanagan. Flanagan got sideways at 17, going to be right there trying to capitalize from that mistake from the 8, but not going to be able to get there. And here comes Flanagan to the inside, coming out of turn number 4, headed to the Geico restart zone, side by side for that.
And Jonathan Nance able to get past the 35, though. Coming to turn 1, the 35 will have that inside run, but the 8 will have the run out of the corner. Gonna see if he'll slide up in front of the 17. Yes, he will. Oh, behind them, Ed Morris Jr.
That's probably going to...
Able to collect the car. Has to slow way down, though, to avoid from crashing. Go back here and look what happened with him. Alright, so he's definitely loose coming out of turn number 2. You can already see it. Out of turn 2, loses the rear end, overcorrects, tries to collect it. Oh, he never made contact with anybody. Just lost his rear end out of turn number 2.
Oh
No
my
caution.
goodness, was that the 14?
The 14, yeah, he almost collected the 14, but good job from Ed Morris Jr. able to collect and hold on to that car.
Now with that incident, looks like Bucher is going to be right there with Medellin. Medellin trying to work his way back up. We saw him way back in the field, and now he is back up to 16th. He's got a little bit of work to do as he has a pretty good gap between him and Joey Maines. Joey Maines is going to have his own little battle with the 93 and the 88. We're going to be right there in front of him. We saw the 88 get involved in that incident just before the stage break, but the 88 still holding strong right there in the top 15. Got 2 little packs going on.
Yeah, I got a pack up here, 1st through 16th, and then everybody else behind them.
Well, the fastest man on the track is one that we've called his number a few times, and that is going to be that 47 of Angel Hernandez.
Angel Hernandez now sitting in 5th, plus 13 on the night. But don't sleep on Jared McCauley back there sitting in 7th, plus 23.
Man, he has worked his way up to the top 10. We now have 3 Fords in the top 10, where it was all dominated by Chevrolets and Toyotas. And it looks like Jared McCauley, his car is woken up as he takes the fastest lap on the track, and that's going to put him at 30.760.
Yeah, right now, as you see our logo, pretty much top 4 Chevy, Toyota, then a Ford. So, what do you do if you are... Okay, what's the strategy? 40 laps of fuel, so that's basically lap 120. Do you try and short pit it at 115 to run 35 on each tank?
Well, I think the tires are going to be, I'm going to see what the leader's going to do. He's been pretty dominant all night, so if I'm sitting back here, back here in 16th, I'm going to try to short pit it, get those fresh tires on the car, and see where I can go. That's what I'm going to do if I'm back here in the second pack. If I'm in the first pack and within, a second, I'm going to see what the leader's going to do. He's got a fast car. Obviously, if you're running in this pack, you got a fast car. So I'm gonna go as long as I can. These guys. So I'm gonna stay out.
Yeah, you gonna stay out and run it dry?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't blame you there, man. I don't know why it's saying Dobbs is in the pit. I'm gonna reload the program real fast. Okay, it's still saying he's in the pits.
No, there it goes.
Well. Oh, no, this is blank. I don't know why it is. Oh well, it'll be fine. I can always do last time. Yeah, it's just that the gap doesn't want to work.
Well, we talked about Ethan Flanagan. He is falling back to 7th, and now he's got McCauley right there on the back bumper. Everybody committed to that high line right as of right now. Now, could this be a little bit of strategy? You want to go the extra mile further than the other guy, and this is what I think is going on. Is everybody's in kind of a draft line, trying to save a little bit of fuel for the long run.
I mean, yeah, right now it's going to be Flanagan on the low side of McCauley. That is McCauley, right? Yeah, that is. 94 yes. McCauley on the low side of Coons. He's trying to make that low side work. That's what he's doing him favors all night. Just not at the moment as he drops back to the 9th. And then scroll through our field with this. Chase Harden, after having an incident there, and he dropped back to 30th for the stage, now sitting 20th on fresh tires. Tony Frey sitting 23rd there in that U.S. Army 6 machine. Gotta go ahead and get on. Buckley running another, what's that say? Memorial Day, never forget. Even, yeah. Luckily, we're running an old banner. But definitely a good paint scheme. I'm going to go ahead and reload our paints real fast. So you may see a bunch of gray cars. Medlin giving everyone else a chance. Yeah. Medlin sitting now in 22nd.
So for Kansas races, this race has, you know, really went by pretty quick.
Oh yeah, like you said, Kansas tends to bring out green flag racing, and you weren't wrong. Right now, Alan Dobbs sitting about a 10.5, close to a 10th behind or in front of his teammate, as Davey Hendricks able to close to 9/100ths of a second, basically on his rear bumper.
Yeah, he's been really good. Him and Jonathan, you know, up here in the top three. Him, Jonathan, Nance, you know, they've been working pretty well together. But like you said, you know, Dobbs and Hendricks being teammates, I think Nance is being held up just a little bit. I think his car has got a little bit more than what he's showing, as you know, he was on the pole when they started. So we know that number 8 machine has a lot of speed in it. He's just got to figure out a way to get around the teammates running nose to tail.
Yeah, and speaking of not showing your cards, the biggest dealer of that I've seen, as the 00 is going to give the 27 a little bit of a love tap, Angel Hernandez is one of those guys who has got a good poker face. Doesn't run as fast as he does in practice. Will go. I don't know if he has a qualifying thing, or I don't really pay attention to his qualifying, but he usually starts toward the front, if not outside the top 20. But he will, you know, run clean during the first half, mind his own business, and when it comes down to it, he will put the pedal to the floor and run the race.
I agree with that. I have not been have not been capable of doing that. I'm pretty much pedal to the metal, and that's probably why I lose a lot of races, because I'm pedal to the metal all the time and burn up my tires.
Yeah, or you do what we get Tony with is aero blocking.
Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of a battle back here with Ethan Flanagan. Flanagan fallen off quite a bit. He's going to be back here with Coons in 10th position, 10th and 11th, and now you have the 84. He's going to be looking to the inside. That's going to be Bill Moore trying to get around that 35 machine on the top side. It looks like the 60 bounces it off the wall just a little bit. Was able to collect it and stay in front of Flanagan in that number 35 machine. Bucher is starting to come into the picture, as he is riding that top line, trying to get around the 84, getting a little bit of draft from the Taylor Swift machine, a little bit of bobble from the 35 right there in front of him, but no harm, no foul as he come into turn number 3.
Yeah, right here we're going to go ahead and go a little bit of an onboard with the 98 of Matt Webb. Oh, and he bounces the wall at a turn number 4. Let's see what the line he's running. Right below the apron on the front stretch, high into the corner, and then he sends it low into turn 1. Trying to copy, I think it might be the Mulligan Flanagan strat. Turn 3, what's he doing? Is he going to ride high? No, he's going to send it low into the corner and try and get around the 5. He's trying to catch up to him at the moment. Yeah, he's still gaining a couple seconds here on the 5 car. Let's see what his last lap was. Yeah, Matt Webb gained almost half a second last lap, but the lap before gained over half a second. So he's slowly closing that gap to the 5 car. SVR is running strong at the moment.
Battle from it looks like Simone on back. You got Bucher, you got Coens, you got Richmond in this little a little debacle back here, and you got Fornes.
Yeah, man. Barrel Boy. He tends to pull a pace car at Phoenix, if you know what I mean. Did you watch the race? Did you watch the IRL NASCAR race where the pace car tried to act like it was iRacing and pull into the pits way late and then smack the barrels?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Matt Fornes right now sitting in 13th, +3 on the night so far. Oh, gets a little bit loose to 48. 48 up the track. Able to collect it. Oh, that was almost bad. As they're 3 wide on the front stretch. Let's go back and look and see what happened there between those fellers.
83 was just he was puckered.
48. Not enough checkup in time to the 10. 10 into checkup. 48 didn't. And then got into his left rear. Matt was trying to collect it back on the track, and the 48 came up in front of the 83. Right now,
Those were those pucker moments.
yeah. Right now, Alan Dobbs and Davey Hendricks running nose to tail, pretty much about 2/10 ahead of Jonathan Nance, with here coming around to 45 to go.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting race. I'm kind of interested to see what kind of strategy they're gonna do. You know, at this pace, also, you know, if they run short pits, they could pick up a couple seconds on the leader, and you know, possibly take over the lead and keep it for a couple laps. But if the tire, depending on the tire fall off here, I mean, you're not gonna keep it for very long. So if you try to split it in half, I mean, probably by the end, you know, Dobbs and Hendricks are going to catch it. So it's going to be interesting to see what these top 4 do. You got Hernandez; he's going to be about a second off the leader. So I suspect, you know, fifth on back, they might try to short pit it just a little bit, try to go in before the leader. You know, get a second or two faster for a couple laps, and then, you know, see what happens.
Yeah, also, I feel like if you're not, you know, you're not intention to win this thing, I mean, you're still another pit cycle to go, but if you want to try and short pit it and get a lap lead or something, that may be a good idea, but I don't know if the extra tire will be good, because these guys can drive back up through the field.
Absolutely. Well, nose to tail for first through fourth. Hernandez gonna be this second little pack with the 94 of McCauley, still up 24 positions. He is your biggest mover of tonight's race. You got Orndorff right there in 7th. 8th is going to belong to Ethan Flanagan. He's had a pretty good run here tonight. Been up and down a little bit. Battle for the 9th position is going to be the 88 and the 60. 60 just a bit. What do you think?
I feel like I saw the 14 on the inside of the 88, so the 14 may have backed off a little bit, or had a little bit of a tire issue, got loose, or made a mistake somewhere. But it looks like the 14 may try it. Nope, not enough room between him and the I think it's the 93 of Richmond.
And pits have commenced. You got Darnell and Harden down pit road, and let's see who else.
Gervy.
Yep.
They pit, go ahead and do a little bit of a scroll through here. Where did Sean end up? Sean is no longer in the session, unfortunate for him. Fassbender low.
So Harden and Darnell is going to go a lap down. Orndorff, you got Bucher, you got Moore, you got Simone.
And then Tim Harmon. If I'm not wrong, I think I might have saw a little bit of contact there.
Yep, I believe you did.
The 12 gave a little bit of a shove to the 84. Did we have any black flag penalties? I wish there was a way I could check black flag penalties. William Moore will get a black flag. Speeding in pits.
And that is going to be not what he wanted to see. Now here comes Nance. Here comes Park Hernandez. Miles is down. Buckley.
Forns. Sam Sundstrom. I said sand for some reason. It's fine. He's one of my buddies.
We're bad with names.
It's fine.
And here comes your leader, Alan Dobbs. He's going to bring his car down. Oh, got to get it slowed down. Oh, he's going to lock him up. Did he get a speeding penalty?
Yes, he did. Matt Thorne's got a penalty. Ethan Flanagan got a penalty. Sam got a penalty. William Moore already had one. Oh, boy. A lot of black flags here.
And Hendricks is going to be scored your leader. McCulley is going to be up at 28 positions right there in the second. How far is he going to go?
McCulley. Oh, Davey Hendricks will hit the pit lane.
Now McCulley is going to lead his first lap of the night.
Oh, Coons almost didn't get a stop there in time. Good job by him. Check for any more black flags. Nope. Just those few. Wow. That's going to set those guys that had black flags way down. As Jared McCauley leads the race.
Going back to look and see what the lap times are compared to the leader's lap. Right now, you're looking at 31s compared to, so the people that pitted are going to be about a little over a second faster than the leader. So you can see how those fresh tires are definitely going to be beneficial here later on in the race. I mean, we still got a lot of racing left to go. 35 laps still.
Josh Van Gore goes down pit lane this time by. Andrew Kolb into the pits.
Richmond's still going to be out. He's going to be up 17 positions after all these pit stops take place.
Yeah. I mean, we're still going here pretty strong. I mean, I'm sorry. Besides those those stage points and those crashes that we had, I think this has been a pretty good race. Like, really good race. So, right now, Jared McCauley sitting first, and Matthew Richmond sitting second.
Got Medlin working his way back up to third.
But he still has to pit, though. That's the thing.
And he's going to rub the wall just a little bit.
Commentator curse.
Yeah, you can just see these guys that have pitted, and they're just flying by like they're standing still. Now, could they be expecting a late caution? Webb is going to bring his, so he's going to give up his
Ed
top
Morris
10 position.
Jr. will as well. Ed had to lock him down. Will he get a penalty? Watching here on our left side of the screen. Right next
He just wanted to make sure the wall is solid.
Just wanted to make sure the wall. You got to test him out for his competitors. I don't think Ed Morris got a black flag, so he was able to lock it down before the entrance. So good job to him. Back in front, Jared McCauley still racing. Medlin is second. Matthew Richmond went into pit lane. Tony Frey still out, sitting third right now.
So, McCulley, he made up a lot of positions. Even, he wasn't racing hard, but he was racing hard. But he made up a lot of positions doing it. But he also stayed in the draft quite a while, and this is the result of sitting back and just kind of taking that Sunday drive, like you said.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, due to, I don't know why, it says their current stint length is 120 laps. So, our stint counter is basically useless. Yay. Jeff Middleton into the pits this time by. Will McCauley come in? Yes, he will. McCauley will pit, handing the lead over, to Tony Frey. Tony Frey will take the lead here at lap, coming to 121.
Tony Frey going to be where he started. Now, he's been hanging around at the back for most of the time. And now we find him in the lead. So they do get bonus points for leading the lap, right?
Yes, they do. They get 1 bonus point for leading a lap, and then another one for having the fastest lap, and then there's another one for leading the most laps. So right now,
14 drivers are going to be on the lead lap.
Yeah, 14 drivers will pass by. Tim Harmon looking to unlap himself as well. Tim Harmon back on the lead lap. Ed Morris Sr. into pit lane this time by.
Now, we have 29 laps to go. Let's see how these fresh tires work for the 94 as he is dropped all the way back to 21st.
I mean, right now, the 24 of Macaulay riding low. Oh, on the 93 of Richmond. Who was that slow on the track? Was that... Who was that? Was that Isaac hit pit lane?
I believe so.
What
Isaac's
in
going to
the
be
world?
in pit lane. Who was the...
So it looks like whoever that was in front was going to go to pit lane. No, Isaac went into pit lane, I guess, again? Did he get another penalty? What happened? No, he didn't get a penalty. I don't understand what he was doing. Oh, he didn't pit. He was still out. Joey Maines, as Tony Frey entered the pit lane, Joey Maines will now take the lead. Now your second place, since Kevin Jordan also pitted, is the 17 of Brandon Park, sitting about half track, over half a track in front of these guys. Joey has got a pit as a 93 and 28 fly by him as the 48 will come into pit lane this time by.
Yeah, Brandon Park is gonna take the lead over with Bucher now going to be up here in the top 5. They're having his 14 machine. He's got Jonathan Nance right there behind him. The 00 of Hendricks is right there. He has not given up yet. We saw his teammate. He got a black flag. He's moving on pit road. Let's see what the 00 could do. Now he's got some competition right there in front of him. Coming out of turn number 2, not going to be able to get there. Actually, it looks like the 14 and the 8 pull away just a little bit. Here comes the 47 of Hernandez, up 13 positions, riding around in that 5th spot. He's been hanging around there for the second stage, pretty much right there in the top 5.
And yeah, we're still, 20 to 25 to 24 to go. Yeah, 25 to go right now. So that will be the end of our triple digit counter. Now we will go to our to-go meter, as I call it. That's kind of hillbilly, but I'll take what I can get. So right now, everybody on lead lap is 1st through 23rd. Ed Morris Sr. in front of them, all still on the lead lap. Joey Maines exited the pit lane as he is now at the start-finish as Brandon Park is exiting 4.
Yeah, Brandon Park pitted at lap 12. You had Bucher pit at lap 111. And it seems like this strategy has worked out pretty well so far. And right there in 7th, you had Kuhns. He pitted at lap 114. So Kuhns and Hendricks pitted at lap number 14. So we'll see how this plays out. A couple lap newer tires, as it looks like the 47 rubs the wall just a little bit behind 00 and creates a little bit of distance behind the 00. 10th of a second.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong.
Battle for second.
Battle for second right now is going to Zach Bucher and Jonathan Nance. Zach Bucher into the wall on a 2. Davey Hendricks will go low as the 8 slides in front of the 14. 00 going to try and go low on the 8, coming around at a turn number 4.
Nance high up on that wall, and he brings it down just a little bit. Almost rubs the wall coming out of turn number 4, headed for the start-finish line.
Caution is out.
Oh, caution.
7 is in middle of the track.
Ed Morris.
Trying to get it rolled back up and get it off the track, a racing surface. Ed Morris Sr. off the track as well. Oh, no. All right, let's do a far chase here. So he's side by side with Isaac. Goes down, gets loose, comes back on the track, and just nails his dad. He was locked the brakes up too. He was trying to stop that right front broken, not able to steer. Holds the brake, waits for them to go by, then just gets it off the track. But Ed Morris Sr. also done a hard hit to the outside wall from him.
Well, it looks like he's able to drive it back around, so he'll stay on the lead lap.
Oh, he pulls down the 95, has to do a little bit of a pseudo-evasive maneuver. So, yep, Brandon Park with 20 to go, coming around 20 to go, will retain the lead.
All right, so yeah, 20 to go. I'm going to come in and get tires, not even worry about fuel, but I'm going to get 4 fresh fuel goods because I got a few laps on them, and that's probably what we're going to see happen here as pit road is definitely going to be busy. Everybody's coming down.
Yeah, everybody.
Except for Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon will stay out, blocking the wave around.
Richmond and Cully.
Yeah, that's not what Dobbs wanted to see, because Dobbs is a lap down still, wanting to take the wave around.
So, McCulley has 10 lap older tires than everybody pitting right now. I don't believe he's got that much fall off.
What about Harmon? Oh, now it's working.
Harmon pitted at 111, so he's got 9 lap older tires than McCulley. So that's a 20 lap difference. I would have pitted if I was Harmon. I probably would have went ahead. I got 3 extra sets in the pits. I'm gonna go ahead and pull those tires. He was sitting back there. I mean, maybe he's thinking, okay, we're gonna start seeing a little bit more cautions. Everybody's getting antsy, so we're gonna see a few more. We'll see what happens. See how this plays out for him. I don't have. I can't pull nobody up. I was going to say let's pull up the 94 to see what he's thinking, see how he's feeling about that car. But
I'll go ahead and drop down there. Actually, I'll throw you down there, and then just text me whenever you want to come back up. See if he's good to go. Actually, I don't even know if they're not even in their chat.
I don't even see anybody in the chat, so never mind.
Isaac's hiding away like a little baby. Yeah, if you're watching, Isaac, yeah, quit hiding, man. Come, let us annoy your night.
All right, so your top 5 did not pit. Frey going to be having the freshest set of tires in the top 5. Everybody from 6th on back pitted. So Park, Hernandez, Nance, Hendricks going to have their work cut out for them as they try to maneuver their way around these other cars with older tires. Harmon taking a gamble, 19 to go.
Yeah, right now, gamble, 19 to go. Pretty much everybody from, Brandon Park on back is on old tires. Or 2 Brandon Park is on old tires, and they're still, 15-ish laps. So they're definitely worn, but not toasted. Alright, sorry, I was trying to get Isaac's attention in his stream, but he would not listen to me. So right now, Tim Harmon leading the race, Matthew Richmond, Josh Van Gore, Jared McCauley, and Tony Frey all on older tires. The newest tires is McCauley on 12-lap olders, and Matthew Harmon. Tim Harmon on 22-lap old tires. Nope. I don't know if Richard is here, so I guess I'll handle the restart. All right, here in a moment, pace car is going to pull off, and we will go green flag racing once again here at Kansas. Tim Harmon will have race control when the pace car pulls off right about now. Field will get ready to stack up. 2x2x2. And away we go. Green flag racing. Tim Harmon on the high side. Jared McCauley pushing the 93 on the low side, trying to get the push to go into turn number 1. Josh Van Gore on the high side as Jared McCauley sends it almost 3. Tony Frey on the low side of fresh tires of Brandon Park on the outside. Is Brandon Park going to try and make quick work of these guys up here in the front?
Yeah, Van Gore,
Yellow flag is out.
he was holding on as, you know, he's still going to hold on to 3, but here comes McCauley down to the bottom line, and here comes those fresh
Yellow
tires.
flag.
Park are going to be, oh.
Joey Main's
Man.
involved.
This is what Harmon wanted to see. He wanted to see those cautions come out with that strategy call.
Oh. So Dobbs in the back goes up high in the middle. Doors the 35, and then goes 3 wide with Mains in the 39. 27, Doors the 39, comes down, taps the 90 or the 48, and then all 3 of those people into the wall.
A lot of good cars involved in that.
Hey, Nance. Nance here in chat. Where are you sitting right now, homie? You're sitting in 7th. Hey, Connor. What's you up, buddy? I'm gonna go ahead and drag you up, okay? I'm dragging him up. We're gonna talk to Connor Donnell. All right, we got Connor Donnell here in the booth. What's going on, man?
You completely just threw me off there.
Oh.
I was checking my phone. What's up?
Sorry, I was. You said something in chat, and I thought I forgot that I was gonna pull you up. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. I was responding to what just happened on track. That kind of blew my mind.
Oh, yeah, but you've been running all right. I mean, you started in 12th, and now you're back here in 20th. You have high hopes for the next 14-ish laps.
The only thing I want in the next 14 laps is for this thing to be over. I suck here.
Ah, man. So, any new projects coming up with the design business?
Yeah, so I don't know if we've talked on here since we've kind of made some big moves within the business. We partnered with a athletic conference and a collegiate league. We kind of did that, I think, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So we partnered with an athletic conference here in Oklahoma, which has been awesome so far. You know, we're gonna be able to get out and go to some conference championships and do all sorts of crazy stuff, get to travel a little bit. That's really the big project. There's something coming that I'm not allowed to say. It's going to be pretty exciting. If you're not following the social media, so be sure to go check that out, because we got something pretty cool releasing probably at the beginning of the new year. And let's just say a lot of people will be excited for this, and I'm so excited for this.
He's got secrets.
I do got secrets. I
Alright.
almost arc break the SBRN car in front of me.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Dude, like, you think ripping the top of the track would, benefit me being a dirt guy, but, I guess a lot of people are a lot better than me. I'm just chilling. I had my best finish last week at Rockingham, and it was Rockingham, right? That's where we were at.
Yes, it was.
I had my best finish of the year so far, but, we're just here trying to get spots, and, I think we might gain some with people getting a -5. Don't know who all is going to end up with that, but yeah, interesting little race here. We got some freshies. Hopefully we can put in the top 15. High hopes, top 15. That's what we're about. So yeah, appreciate you guys bringing me up.
All right, once again, I'm sorry about the no notice, but I thought you were just saying, "Hey, I'm here."
No, I was responding to that wreck because I thought it was interesting. But,
All right, man.
one more thing. Who's your guys' pick here?
I'm going with McCauley.
I'm going with Bucher.
Bucher's been fast. He's always been hunting for that first win in the Cup Series. I hope he can go get it done, but he's got some pretty good fun. Nancy's had a good day. You know, Davey and Angel are always good, so I'm sure they're about to put on a show, and hopefully I can sneak up there and just get a glimpse of it. So appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Good
Appreciate
luck, and I wish you and Chase good luck.
Appreciate it. www.connordarnelldesigns.com.
Have a good one.
Yeah, to get it in. Well, you know, you talked about your pick. Okay, now going back up to the top three. Now McCulley finds, or top four. McCulley finds himself on the top line. He didn't get the best restart of that last caution. Now he finds himself right behind the leader. You know, he should be able to get a good restart here. He's in the preferred line. You know, a little bit newer tires than, you know, Harmon. So let's see how it plays out for this 94. Got the 93 and the 83 on the inside. Oh, a little bit of a brake check there on the top line. Stacked up the whole top line from the 94. We'll see if what happens with that. I guess Harmon was not wanting people to ride his bumper. But here we go. Geico restart zone.
Green flag,
12
green
laps
flag.
to go. And what a good restart it was for the 73 as he crosses over to start-finish line. He's going to bring up to about 0.2 of a second. And here comes McCulley. He's going to get himself a little bit of a lead and lead the 93 and the 17 all to battle it out as they go 3 wide, 8, 83, and 6. Ooh, contact between the 83 and the 8, and there are still going to be 3 wide, and here comes that number 17 machine, and that is going to be Brandon Park. He's got the freshest tires up here in the top 4, and it looks like McCulley's going to be on the roll.
14 into the wall, hard on the outside. 800 in the 47, get into a little bit. They start swerving. 8 goes low behind Tony, goes up high to get around him, but still on the low side of Jared McCulley. Jared McCulley at the high line, double 8 of Nance Slow. 47
going to be in the wall.
Harden into the wall.
Park.
Yeah, Park into the wall. Man, these guys are racing, coming around, 10 to go. Tim Harmon's just like, get me away, and get me away right now.
Well, but we saw McCulley get into the wall, and it slowed him down, but now he is going to go for that second position. He's going to be right there in that high line. He's going to be right up against the wall. Here comes Park. Here comes the 6 of Frey. Frey's going to take it away from Park. Oh, contact! 17's around.
Yellow flag.
The double zero around as well. Holy moly.
Wow.
If Bar chased this coming to turn 3, the 94 into the wall. 17 thought he was clear, but he wasn't. Came down, bumped off the track, and took out the double zero.
What a good job of keeping him off the wall, keeping those cars, you know, off the wall, even though he was put on spin cycle.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming around. This will be 8 to go. Tim Harmon's still in the lead, but where happened to... So pretty much Park is down. He's back last of the lead lap in 24th, and Davey Hendricks in 21st. Tony Frey is in front of the 8. The 8 is the first one on fresh tires. Roberto Orndorff in the 42, and then Angel Hernandez in the 47. Those are the top 3 in fresh tires.
And so Harmon could have played this out right. Everybody's going to be driving hard, trying to get back up to the lead, and we see chaos happening. McCulley out there, he's on 11 lap older tires. You know, he's trying to keep his positions. He's driving harder. We've seen that due to, you know, him scraping the wall a couple times.
Yeah.
He finds himself in 3rd. The inside line has not had good restarts. So we're going to probably see that 94 fade back.
Yeah, the 94 has definitely not had good restarts, as you said, but I think he may be able to hold his own if the entire front area is sluggish. Because they cannot pass before the start-finish line or get out of a lane. Otherwise, it's a penalty. Oh, man. Running so good. Don't count Nance out. We weren't counting Nance out. He's the first one on fresh tires. We're just keeping an eye on him. But Richard's pick Richard Hurst's pick is the 94 of Jared McCulley, and mine is the 14 of Zach Euchre. Yeah, let's see how Nance has done so far this season. I'll go ahead and pull up our standings. Alright, so right now, let's see, 8 car. Jonathan Nance. Where is he? Jonathan Nance sitting 9th in points with no top 5s, but 2 top 10s on the year. Got 1 stage win. No, sorry, no stage wins. But he does have 1 stage point and 1 bonus point. But right now he is sitting in, yeah, he's sitting in 9th in the standings. Hey, look, man. I mean, hey, it's better when I'm doing. I have 0 top 10s to my name in Xfinity. And in the entire season of ARCA last season, I only had 3 top 10s.
All right, well, we're on our 3rd caution. What did I say, 5?
This is technically our first caution that is not a stage, I think. Wait, is it really? I thought there was more cautions than that.
Yeah, I think we're
Behind.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what
that's
it
right.
is.
You had to restart.
Yeah, I had to restart. So we're on technically on caution number 5. Ignore that in the top left. But yeah, let's just say number 5. So 1 to go. Tim Harmon chooses the high lane, so your old tire drivers will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I tell you what, Harmon has done really well on 20 lap older tires.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but my biggest worry now is if we keep going. He's on 34 laps. So if he's on 30 lap or older tire or 20 lap older tires, and I'm wondering how his fuel situation is he gonna have enough? We keep getting cautions.
If he is clutching and shutting the motor off, I believe he will be all right. But
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, as the pace cars.
I wish we could tell how much fuel they have.
Yeah, pace car's gonna pull off, and away we go.
Green flag.
Flag
green
is
flag.
out. It's Harmon on the high side. Oh, the 8 had to check up a little bit. The 93 and the 94 did not go as fast as he was expecting them to. The 6 had a decent restart considering his tire condition. 8 looking low there on the 94. 94 closed the door on him. 8 trying to get around these guys as fast as he can. The 47 he backed it off. He didn't want to try and send it 3. Coming around 4 to go. McCauley, middle. 8 on the low side will pinch the 94 up. 94 stuck in the middle. Angel Hernandez hit the apron. Gonna try and come around. 4 to go.
Oh my God, they are 3 wide, 2 rows deep. And that's going to be the 47. The 94 is going to be in that. The 42, 8's going to slide up the track. He's going to be sitting in 3rd right now. Jonathan Nance trying to get him a podium position. You got a 6 of Tony Frey. He's going to be on the outside as they come into turn number 3. Nance is going to nose out in front, about a half a car advantage. Now about a quarter of a car, and no advantage at all. And everybody's in the wall on that high lane.
Yeah, they all scatter like bugs. Not from the bugs, but they all scatter. I mean, Tony Frey was running good there. Got a little bit of pinch into the wall. He can just hold on for top 10. Caution flag is out.
Rita,
Connor Darnell low on the track. Alan Dobbs crashed sideways.
Dobbs' night has went just downhill ever since the that black flag.
All right, let's rewind this a little bit. All right, so we've got 5 wide.
Oh my God.
No, Connor. Is that Davey?
Somebody was on the grass.
That was Davey, I think. Connor, where's Davey? That is Davey. Connor went down to the apron. Davey hit the grass, tried to come back up onto the track, and got a little bit loose, and it caused all these guys above them to stack up. 48 of Joey Maines went high, and it hit the 88 into the 12. 88 got loose, and the 00 came back down after the 48. Him got into it, and then came across the nose of the 900 high up into the wall. Oh, and Dobbs hard into the rear bumper of Davey Hendricks.
And they were running so well earlier on.
Oh, we have a new leader with our. We're gonna do a green white checkered. Matthew Richmond took the lead.
Yeah, and the first guy on fresher tires is going to be restarting in third now. If Richmond takes the high line, like as we've seen in the lane choice, Hernandez probably going to be stuck behind Harmon. Harmon's probably going to not have the best restart. Then you're going to have McCulley. I think McCulley's going to have a good shot at a podium right here. There we saw somebody getting their lap back.
All right, now all of the primetime gang is out. Ed Morris Jr., Ed Sr. still in the pits. Ed Morris Jr., Alan Dobbs has a meatball, and Davey Hendricks has a meatball. So right now it is no primetime, but north-south. Gonna have a Matt Forns, Mike Simone. Where's Mike? Mike Simone sitting 15th. Where's Buckley? Buckley sitting 22nd, and then Sam is. Where's Sam? I don't see him anywhere. Do you see Sam?
Is.
Oh yeah, 27th.
Yeah, 27th.
And then we have Mirage is going to be, not McCauley. Medlin. Who else was it? I know it was Flanagan. Can't find. Yeah, most of the teams are still out there. I mean, I think Dobbs just came back out as Davey left the race. So Allen's going to try and come back out and get a somewhat decent finish with a bunch of damage to his front end.
Well, the first attempt at a green-white checkered. 93 in control. We're going to go double file next time by.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's going to be Matt Forns is last on lead lap, sitting 25th. He's going to try and hold out for a 25th position, I think, unless he can somehow rocket ship that Lampoon's car around.
Well, so he can make up some more spots. He was the one that got his lap back, I do believe. So he's going to start at the tail end of the longest line. If we see another caution, he'll be able to make up some more spots. But your driver, Bucher, he is in a pretty good position as he has moved up to 5th on this restart.
This time by Tim Harmon, Matthew Richmond, and Jared McCauley still hanging on with old tires. I'm surprised.
Me too. But if you're these guys in the back, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to take a gamble, go in and get a set
up. Check up on the low line there. The world's been going on with the chickups. I think that this race has been good up until the end of stage 3. Because if we were going green right now, we'd probably be over and done with the interviews already.
All right, Richmond starting up on that high line. Here they come into turn number 3.
You imagine if we get to the white flag and they throw the caution and we have to pace around like this for final lap. Going 60 miles an hour. He's racing. He's going. No. All right, I'll let you call this one, my friend.
All right, all right. Out of turn number 4, here comes Matthew Richmond here to take the green flag once again. Will it be the final time? We shall see.
Green, green, green.
Matthew Richmond taking that green flag with McCauley going ahead and getting that good jump on the 73, and they are going to be nose to tail first and second as they come into turn number 1. Turn number 1 is going to be very busy as the 94 is going to stay up high. He is going to be committed to that high line. 73 going to try to pull the slide job. Here comes the 47.
Zach Bucher hard into the outside wall.
And looks like Harmon is going to be pretty good as we are back under caution.
So Zach, if I'm not mistaken, he got up into the fence. He went up the track to the 8. The 8, oh, that's hard.
That was a little tap, tap, taparoo.
Oh!
So how many attempts at a green white checker?
3. I don't know. Comes up in front of the 8. Is running the line. 8 goes down to avoid wrecking him and hits him in the left rear. Gets him sideways. Zach tries to turn the wheel over, corrects, and slams into the outside wall. Hitting the 83. Spinning and spinning. The 88 goes through him a little bit, but yeah, his engine blew. He's done for the night, unfortunately.
Tough luck for the 14. Well, that means Alan Dobbs is going to be back on the lead lap. And Forn's going to move up to 24th.
Yeah, but if this is second or second attempt at a green white checkered, I don't know if the damage that he has, I don't know if he'll be able to get around a bunch of people.
Now, Angel Hernandez, he's going to be restarting in 4th. He's going to be on the top line. He's in a really good position. He's got he pitted at lap 131. He's got the freshest tires of the top 5. Then you have Harden. Harden is going to be in a really good position here. He is going to be tied with Jared McCauley for the biggest mover of the race. That's another car that we should probably be looking at. Is that U.S. Army number 6. He can have a really good finish here. Even just moving himself, I'm sorry, Harden is going to be in the number 5. He's gonna be in a really good position to get him a podium here. He also pitted at lap 130. So, you know, these fresh tire guys are starting to work their way in the top 5 or top 6, should I say.
So here's my thing: we've got number 6 and 5th, and then number 5 and 6th.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me off.
Yeah, Richmond in the lead, Tim Harmon following suit, and then McCauley still lurking around in 3rd.
Nance dropping down to the 7th position. Now, he made contact with the 14. And does he have any damage on the right front of that car? Is that going to hinder him from getting back up to the front?
Nope, he's squeaky clean. I didn't realize how wide the rear end, like the fender wells, are for these things. Holy crap. I just want to point out that besides Angel and McCauley, like, it's all Fords or Chevys up until Dakota. See where Matthew Richmond is Angel? Yeah, Angel's on the low line on the apron trying to cool his tires off. And it looks like Richmond will take the low line, it seems.
And that's gonna be pretty good for the 94. Him restarting in 3rd, he's gonna be restarting right there behind the leader. Leader's gonna have control. So that's gonna give the 94 a little bit of advantage. We'll have to see how well Harmon holds on. It looks like his car is still pretty strong. Those tires have not given up just yet.
so the 94 is still hanging on for dear life.
What do you think?
I don't know. 94 is definitely gonna have his work cut out because Angel has the cold tires, Chase has cold tires, and Nance is lurking behind. So I think they're gonna have their work cut out for him.
Are we going to see another caution?
Oh, that? I don't know. I hope not, but, you know.
All right, well, here they come out of turn number 4.
That pace car is going to pull off. Matthew Richmond will have control on the low line. Tim Harmon on the high. And away we
Green, green,
go.
green.
The 47 all over the rear bumper of the 73, 94, 93. Got a good launch. They're going to fold up in front of the 73. Looks like they will and try and do their own diamond formation at the corner. 47 of Angel Hernandez sits at 3 wide between Tony Frey and Tim Harmon.
And Harmon is going to fall back. Oh!
Gets mighty loose. As these guys are coming around to the white flag, Tim Harmon in the middle, 3 wide still, 42 of Dakota Orndorff. Trying to hang on to that low line, 73 and a 5, door banging, touching walls. As they take the white flag, next flag will end the race.
And they're looking like they want to go 3 wide as they come into turn number 1. The 94 and the 93 are going to commit to the high line, and here comes the 47. He's going to try to pull the slide job. Is he going to be able to keep the momentum? 93 almost into the wall, coming down the backstretch. 94 all over the back bumper. The 6 and the 8 are battling side by side for 4th and 5th. And here they come, last 2 turns. Angel Hernandez.
Yeah,
he made it. Those tires work.
Yeah, Hernandez will win at Kansas. A little bit of a block there on the low line. I don't know if you saw that heading into turn 3.
Yeah, the 93 and 94 were definitely going at it. And Jonathan Nance pulled off the fastest lap on the last lap at a 37. What was that, a 37.771 or something like that? Yeah, 7.11. So he got the fastest lap. But what a great last lap battle. You know, McCulley hanging on with a little bit older tires. The 73 Harmon, he fell back all the way to 11th after, you know, trying to hang on with those 20 lap older tires than the rest of the field. But what a great performance, you know, up 17 positions for Angel Hernandez. And Matthew Richmond also up 17 positions.
Yeah. McCauley, biggest mover, plus 27, finished in 3rd. They're watching Angel Hernandez here do his spins. And
Burn it down.
Burn it down. All right. Go ahead and wait for our drivers to head to the podium finishers. Go ahead and start with our race winner, Angel Hernandez. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. How about you guys?
I mean, yeah, you had a really good run, starting in 18th, probably not the qualifying that you wanted, and now you end up in 1st. I mean, this is what I don't want to say it and jinx you, but you've had a pretty decent season, some minor hiccups, but besides that, you've done pretty well. This is your 1st win of the season, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it is. I think this is one of those that I'm not, ashamed to say. I think it was a little bit of luck. I think for sure if some of those wrecks wouldn't have happened towards the end, I think I probably would have finished around, I don't know, I was thinking maybe 5th or 10th, just on pace alone. And that started off with the whole qualifying, like 18th.
Yeah.
But, just glad that I was lucky enough to, be able to put myself in the position to make the move for them.
Well, you have guaranteed your spot into the playoffs here in a couple months. Add another top 5 and another top 10 to your resume. You're looking forward to next week here? I think you guys are at Summit Point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a race there or, tried it out. So it'll be something different. Hopefully it isn't, just turn one dive bombs all race. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right, man. Well, if Richard doesn't have anything for you,
Congratulations on that win. You know, you were definitely had a fast car all night. Man, can't wait to see what you can do in next week. But man, congratulations on your first win.
Yeah, thanks.
all right, man. Well, shout us in and enjoy the rest of your night.
Andrew, Bo, Michael, Nance, and Barkley. I know he left a little early, but all those guys.
All right, man. Well, good job on the night, and look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, our second place finisher, Matthew Richmond. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
I mean, yeah, you started plus 17 as well from Angel, but you started one position behind him in 19th. How you feeling tonight after a really good run there with old tires? Able to keep up with the guys on freshies?
That was the hope there, is just to be able to hold our own on the older set of tires. Having about 15, 16 laps on those tires when we got that caution, and just trying to play a strategy, knowing that everyone was going to go get some tires. I was trying to play that strategy, knowing that passing was hard and position was key.
All right, man. Well, good job on the P2. And Richard, you got anything?
Yeah, I do have a question. You know, the trend was everybody on the restarts was choosing the high line, but you decided you were going to choose the low line on that restart. What made you choose that low line compared to the high line?
So earlier, with Tim sticking me on the bottom a handful of restarts, I was able to get good practice on knowing how hard I could drive into the corner on the bottom, and having my teammate right behind me to push on that restart. The combination was a no-brainer to line up on the bottom. Having the practice, having my teammate, that was my winning key, I felt like. And then we had Angel.
Well, definitely it was a pretty good strategy. Pull off a P2. Man, congratulations on that. Car looked good out there. Man, can't wait to see what you can do next week as we head to Summit Point.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for everyone for watching.
All right, man. You gonna shout outs in real fast?
Yeah, obviously the Speed Demon crew, everyone here over at the Speed Demon Motorsports team. We bust our butts trying to get all of that speed, and then of course the Harvey Wallbanger racing team that's who helps me with all the paints and some practice laps. So those two are huge in my racing.
All right, man. Well, good job on P2, and look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night.
Appreciate it. You too.
All right, I'll have you handle this last one since this is your pick.
All right.
All right, Jared McCauley, take it away.
Jared, this is Richard. How you doing tonight, man?
Good, and you guys?
Pretty darn good, man. You were my pick for tonight's race. You were the biggest mover of the race. You pull off a podium finish. You finish out in third. Man, you had your teammate right there in front of you on that last restart, man. I thought you were going to be able to pull it off, but tell us a little bit about your race. You know, did you have anything for the end? Or could you have held off if you had a clear line of sight 40-47?
So that last few laps, I was more focused on getting Matt a win, just to get him into the playoffs to lock him in. I don't know where Angel came from. That guy's insane. But yeah, that was my main focus. Try to help Matt to win.
Well, definitely a good strategy as you were able to pull off that top 3 finish, man. Like I said, you were the biggest mover of the race, up 27 positions. Definitely good strategies throughout the night. We were wondering how those tires were going to play out, you know, right there at the end, but they held on for enough time to get you on that podium. Congratulations on that podium finish. Jared, you got anything?
No, thank you guys for broadcasting. Always like checking them out when I go into work, and then thanks to my team, been a big help. Congratulations to Matt and Angel, and yeah, it was a hell of a race.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see what you can do with that number 94 Ford Mustang at Summit Point, as that's where we are headed next week. Jacob?
All right, man. Well, a good job tonight, man. You seemed strong all night, so good job on the P2.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, Richard, thank you for coming around tonight, hanging out, having a good time. Appreciate
Absolutely. Not a problem. Man, I don't know if you looked at any of that finish, man. They were almost 6 wide for the 48, the 35, the 22. Man, I'm just watching this the last lap, man. They were driving it like crazy. But
Yeah, man.
pretty good finish, man. Can't wait to see what they can do at Summit Point. Really big field. Love the big fields. Action all over the track. These guys put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, man. I will. I'm gonna definitely real fast do our closing thing, but stick around for a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, everybody. This is the end of the race. Our race results posted right now. That is your 1 through 18, and I will go ahead and show the rest here once everybody gets a good look. Intro Hernandez and all them running around the top 5. This is the end of that. Yeah, I mean, so all in all, a good race tonight. 25 drivers finished in the lead lap, so I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, having a good night, enjoying the end of the race. Tomorrow, ARCA is actually going to be at Road America, so they're doing their road course week a day early. Road America tomorrow, 35 laps in the ARCA series. Isaac will be back over here for that. Stay tuned for that. And just wish everybody a good night. Stay safe. Have a good weekend. Catch you guys next Tuesday.